So today I'm coming to you with another book review. It's a book review on Crossed by Ali Condé, which is the second book in the Matched trilogy. I love Matched, and I like this. I think if it wasn't Match's sequel, I would have liked it more. It takes place about a month after Matched, and Kai has been taken to the outer provinces to fight the enemy. And I say fight because they are basically putting them there with decoy guns and putting them there to trick the enemy into thinking that the outer provinces are still populated, which they are not, because all their villages have already died in the war against the enemy. But that kind of confused me because I really don't know who the enemy is so far. They all go on about this enemy like they know who it is, and I really don't. Is it because you don't know much about society, even after I've read this whole book, like before, because it took place in just Cassia's province, or Aurea, I think it's Aurea. You only learn about her province and maybe Central a little bit. But I thought in this one, since it takes place in the outer provinces, with lots of people who are from different provinces, you might learn a bit more. But you don't learn who is the enemy. I don't know if it's the Rising or the enemy, because I'm sure Cassia would refer to it as the Rising when she was talking about the enemy, if it was the same thing. But I don't know anymore. Also, there are a lot of unanswered questions in this that I hoped would be answers. Also, there are a lot of questions that come up because of this. Like, a guy called Hunter comes up in this book. He randomly says the society do it to prevent another warming event. And I don't know what that means, because they just all accept it. Like, they know what that is. That's what happened before the society. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's fair enough, but what is it? What happened? I assume something like global warming. But they should go into a little bit more detail, maybe. I like those from Kai's point of view, for a start. But after they, I don't know if this is a spoiler, but after they reunite with each other, it's a bit annoying that it flips from Cassia to Kai, because it was hard to differentiate between the two. When they were separate, you knew who was where, so you could differentiate. Also, when they were separate, I thought it was really good, because you got to see how close they were, yet they didn't know it themselves. Like, Kai escapes from the camp thing just as Cassia turns up in that very camp. And that annoyed me, because I knew she was on the way to the camp, and Kai didn't, obviously. He knew some new people coming and that they were different. He didn't know they were girls and that Cassie was one of them. So he ran away, not caring about the new people coming, and when the new people came in the morning, it was Cassie was there. And she missed out on Kai, but then she followed him, because that's what Cassie's like. But there was a lot of things that didn't really make much sense in this book. Like, a lot of things happened that then there was no reaction to it. Like they moan about how the water is poisoned in the outer provinces, like in the rivers and stuff. And at one point, Cassia falls into the river, and nothing happens. She's not poisoned. She doesn't die. But yeah, it's a book. It's fictional, so there's also there's a lot of new characters in this. There's Indy, who I was very worried of. She's very sneaky, and I really don't like her, and I don't understand her, because she's sneaky, but I think something more will come of that in Reached, because nothing really came of that in Crossed. There's Ellie, who reminds Kai of Bram, Cassie's brother, so he brings him along when he escapes from the camp. Then there's Vic, who has fallen in love with an anomaly, and so gets himself reclassified into an abbreviation. I like hearing about his story, because it means it's not just Kai and Cassia that are falling in love with people they shouldn't. Other people in the society are doing the same thing, and it's for love. But I do think Cassia came to terms with what she's really been fighting for. Like, in the match, she was only fighting for Kai. She was fighting for her choice to be with Kai or Xander, whichever one she wanted to be with. Just have a choice. But in this one, she's really coming to terms with what she has to fight for. Like, she sees things that she hasn't seen before. And she starts to question whether she really wants to rebel or not. Like, she sees people die at their young age when she's never seen any. She's only seen one person die who was under the age of 80. People die at 80 and that's just the thing. And she's very shocked by that. I think a 5-year-old dies at some point, and she is really shocked. She can't process it because she's never known it before. And that was really shocking to her. But it happens every day in what is yet sad, but it happens. People get sick, and she didn't know. Like, she knows that people don't get sick in the society. People just die at 80 and that's it. I thought Kai he annoyed me a little bit. He also was his story was revealed more, and I liked his story. It's just I don't think his voice, like in the book, had enough pain in it for that story. I think it was the same as Cassia's, and Cassia doesn't really have all that much pain apart from losing Kai and leaving Xander and her grandfather dying, and that's really all the pain she's ever known. But Kai has known a whole different kind of pain of losing your parents at their young age and survivor's guilt and stuff. But I don't think that came across in his character, in his voice, in his parts of the book, which I was very upset about because it had been, if his voice had been done really well, it would have been amazing. But it wasn't done as well as it could have been. I'm still going to read Reached, but I do hope it's more impressive than this one because I really just powered through because I liked Matched and not because I was interested in this book, which was annoying because I don't like doing that. I like to be really interested in a book. But saying that, I did like it. I did like the characters still. I did like that Cassia still couldn't decide between Kai and Xander is revealed more. His secret, even though he's not in this book, apart from like one chapter, his secrets are revealed by Kai and Indy. Cassia really starts to think about both of them and not just ignore Xander, because being away from Xander, I think it makes her realize that she did like him and she shouldn't have just ignored him for Kai. So I can't think of anything else to say about this book, so I'm going to tell you what book I'm reading next and what review you can expect next, hopefully. I have started 2 books after this one. I have started Twigs, which I got from NetGalley. It's not released yet. It releases in September. But I haven't heard good things about it from other people who got it from NetGalley, but I'm going to try and power through anyway. Also, I have started Under the Never Sky, which by Veronica Rossi, which I have heard really good things about, and I'm excited to start it. So those will hopefully be the next reviews you have. Also, I want to do a book haul at some point because I have it. Apart from Crossed, I haven't shown you any of the new books I have, and I think I have about 10. So I'm going to do that at some point, hopefully. Not promising anything, but hopefully. So I'll see you in my next video, and goodbye.